Disclaimer: at the time that this video is made, the Master Grade Narrative Gundam has not been released, and a lot of the details about how Narrative Gundam was developed and built in Universal Century are fuzzy at best, because of the published designer notes from its in-real-life designer Katoki Hajime is written from the in-real-life publication and design perspective. So in this episode, I'm trying to translate what that would be like if we are using the perspective from Universal Century. Narrative Gundam Equipment C, model number RX-9/C, is a hastily made retrofit that should not work, if not for the exceptional high-performance material that is Psycho Frame, working in tandem with its rather powerful new type pilots. The invention of Psyco Frame changed Universal Century mobile suits forever. But before getting ahead of ourselves, let's talk about what it is. Psyco Frame was built as part of the control system of the mobile suit skeleton or frame, a Psycho Mill system as part of the frame, if you will. Like we have already mentioned with Narrative Equipment B, Psycho Mill system used to be quite big, hence why many Psycho Mill equipped mobile suits before Psycho Frame are larger than regular mobile suits of their time. Psycho Mill systems were big because they need to have a decent amount of volume to emulate and amplify the pilot's brainwaves, one of the few types of signals that is not being absorbed by Minovsky particles. In fact, Minovsky particles resonate with brainwaves. So not only is Psycho Mill system usable in Minovsky particle field space, but thrive in them. Another advantage of Psycho Mill system is that their data transfer speed is as fast as light speed. And with conjunction of quantum communication system, the data transfer speed becomes almost instantaneously in Minovsky field space. Psycho Frame achieved this by having Psycho Mill nanochips inserted in every nanograin of the material, so they can be made into any shape to replace part of a regular mobile suit's frame. Not only does this save space, but also allow pilots to control the mobile suit with his brainwaves, since most mobile suits frames at this point are movable frames. It is also very scalable because you just need more of them for more amplification potential. Funnels or other type of remote control weapons using Psycho Mill system can be easily miniaturized using Psycho Frame, since they can ditch the Psycho Mill transceivers and just have their structure built with Psycho Frame instead. While Psycho Frame were used as structure for minor parts of the mobile suit at the beginning, they were later being tested and used for entire movable frame, known as full Psycho Frame, for a number of prototype mobile suits. One of them is Sinanju Stein we had looked at. Psycho Frame production technology are later being used to develop the multiple construction armor or MCA armor material with regular integrated control systems, further saving internal space of mobile suits. That is part of Formula Project, a topic for another time. Another mobile suit model using full Psycho Frame is Unicorn Gundam RX-0. Unicorn Gundam not only has full Psycho Frame, it also had a layer of armor made out of Psycho Frame. After Narrative Gundam failed to capture Phoenix, Unit 3 of Unicorn Gundam, twice with other equipments, it is only sensible to fight fire with fire, trying to match Phoenix by giving Narrative a set of Unicorn's Psycho Frame armor. Now we should talk about Psycho Frame being used as armor or even weapons. Psycho Frame by itself is a very strong material, even stronger than Gundamium armor, thanks to its nanograin structure. But that would just be regular strong material. What makes Psycho Frame exceptional as armor or weapon material is that the ability to form luminous barrier that is impervious to both beam and physical attacks alike. Similar capabilities have been shown from Psycho Mill equipped mobile suits or mobile armor when their pilots generate particularly strong brainwaves. With Psyco Frame, the strength of the bring race required is significantly lowered. Unicorn Gundams, for example, expected their pilots to be able to maintain this brainwave output for 5 minutes for every sortie. This luminous barrier can also manipulate and amplify Minovsky particles and mega beam that they form. We'll talk about those weapons when we get to them. Just bear in mind that this same property would also amplify the power output of the mobile suit's Minovsky reactor to beyond their maximum output, at least twice as much because most mobile suits' power meter tops off at 200. Apparently everybody expects their mobile suit go twice as hard in Universal Century. Now remember how Psyco Frame's brainwave amplification scales with how much Psyco Frame you have on your mobile suit? So a mobile suit like Unicorn Gundam with a full Psyco Frame armor, and Psyco Frame as part of the shield, that's a lot of brainwave amplification. Narrative Gundam, luckily, like we mentioned previously, have a lot of hard points to attach extra armor or equipment. Even more convenient is that RX-0 is developed from RX-93 New Gundam, which was developed from the RX-9 Narrative Gundam. So not only does that mean Psyco Frame armor can be fitted with relative ease, Narrative Gundam also equipped with a Psycho Mule controller that can activate the Psyco Frame armor. As you can see here, the arms, shoulder, chest, skirt, thigh, legs, and supposedly the backpack and more gaps here and there. Since this is a G-frame, some details are lost. The shield is also installed with Psyco Frame parts from Unicorn Shield. It is based on the Equipment B shield with extensions that includes a beam cannon and missile rack inside, the prototype of New Gundam's shield. The beam rifle is a modified J-gun beam rifle with optics and barrel from the beam magnum, so it can be more accurate and able to handle the extra power when Psyco Frame activates, like red we see now. Beam sabers are now moved to the holster on the backpack, similar to Unicorn Gundam. Again, take advantage of the Psyco Frame. Narrative Gundam Equipment C finally catch the Phoenix, but circumstances had Narrative Gundam destroyed and the Phoenix released, and disappear once again. After all, Narrative Gundam is not built for combat, but it has demonstrated Anaheim's manufacturing powers and the power of Psyco Frame once again.